One blast off. Hi, Jim Ziegler, the Alpha Dog, with my friend, super salesman, super performer, car god, Frank Crinitti. Hello, Frank.
How's everybody doing today? Jim, it is great to be on here. Always a pleasure. Honored, my friend. Love you.
Oh man, I'll tell you, we had a little technical difficulty just before showtime, but we got in under the wire. I'm gonna make this broadcast public. Be sure that everything's cool. Hang on one second. Yeah, I'm not gonna entertain everybody. Come on now. There we go. Public. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and share it to some of my private groups, if you don't mind, Frank.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah, let's just share this around while we're building up a little audience here.
Let's have some fun today.
Yeah, well, I expect to have a little fun. Here we go. All right. No, okay, I think I got it all shared already. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Done deal. It's shared over there. I'll tell you what, I got this technology down pretty pat now.
Tell you, man, you are quick, my friend. Life is not what happens to you; it's how you react to it, right?
Okay.
That problem and flipped it right around. We're good to go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is my. Okay, let's see. Get off of that one. Leave that one. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend Frank Crinitti, Springfield, Pennsylvania. Not exactly Mayberry, but on occasion, this guy sells 140 units a month. Is that a fact?
Not exaggerated. 137, I think, was my high. It was my highest back in August 2 years ago. 137. So we don't want to exaggerate the number.
Here I went and told a lie.
I already got some text message this morning, getting my stones broken a little bit. Like, man, the legend just keeps growing, and you don't even have to sell another car. I said, yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
140 units, 137. I'd have bought 3 more units from you myself if I'd have known that's how close we were.
There you go. That's it.
But anyway, tell me what's going on this month. Where are we at?
What is it today? I don't even know. I don't pay attention to the days. It's
13th, day before Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Awesome. Crushing it right now. We're absolutely crushing it, man. Every day. I think I have 40 on the street and a lot pending right now. So we're getting it done, man. No excuses. Doesn't matter doesn't matter the location, doesn't matter the weather, doesn't matter if the managers don't like you, it doesn't matter, what type of leads are coming in when you do business the way that I do business. None of that matters. You could put me in the middle of some cornfield in Kansas with a dealership and the right people around us and the right attitude every single day, and we're going to be successful. We're going to dominate the geographic area and bring people in from areas all around us. We don't have to worry about that we're in a population of 7,000. There's people that live around you, okay, and they're going to come.
That's a fact. I have always said that you could parachute me naked anywhere in the world, and within a year I'd be a millionaire.
Well, nowadays you'd make YouTube history, right? You'd get like 6 million views. You could be a millionaire right away. That's actually a great idea. Might take that up. We'll see.
Frank, now, generally you come in over 100 units. Is that a fair statement?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm averaging roughly 1,200 cars a year the last 3 years. So, my things I'm doing right now with some of the training with my charity, the Delco group, to giving back, and some of the other business ventures that I have are pulling me a little bit away from car sales, but we're still maintaining that same average, month in and month out. So am I growing the business exponentially? Not exactly, but at the same point, I never want to be so focused on one goal that I don't see other opportunities around me for myself and then to give back and to help others around me too. So selling more cars is not my number one goal. I know crazy car salesmen, not selling more cars is his number one goal, but to help more people. And I could do that in different ways just besides selling cars at this point in my life. So that's kind of been my purpose and my passion, right now. But I still love selling cars. This is fun. Like, I've been having fun. Today's been absolutely It's great. I'm just shaking hands, kissing babies, right? I feel like I'm running for office without all the politics. You don't have to deal with any of it. It's great. So I get the best of all worlds.
I got, we built a little audience. My good friend here, Jeff Schreier. Now, Jeff is a dealer out in Omaha, Nebraska. He said, "Don't go naked, Ziegler." Okay. Anthony Santangelo, Mike McVeigh, Tracy Shepard, Max Clem, getting a pretty good audience built up.
It's good, man.
Frank, where do you find customers?
Where do I everywhere that anybody could breathe. There's a customer, right? So a lot of times as salespeople, or if we're in a business, we put labels on people, right? Like, hey, they're just in for service, or hey, that's a body shop, or hey, he's just a bartender, or hey, that's a waiter or a waitress. I totally see customer every single time, right? So if you think that way, and you ask, if you make yourself not the most important person in the room, and that person that you're with the most important person in the room, right? They're never going to remember anybody when they meet you, what you said. They're never going to remember what you told them, right? What they're going to remember is how you made them feel, right? So if I make somebody that I just meet, feel like they're the most important person in the room, and you actually genuinely care about what they do, who they are, who they associate with, what their goals or aspirations are, if you really want to get deep with it. And then also never be ashamed to tell anybody where you work, what you do, what your passions are, what your purposes are, right? People are going to say, man, you're going to leave that conversation. I feel good, right? So people will remember.
Frank, I see that all the time on Facebook. People don't tell people what they do for a living.
At all.
It's a big secret.
It's a big secret, right? And secrets to me are no good. I want everything to be public, man. I'm a public, throw it out there type person. Here's what I am. Here's what I'm doing. Here's where I'm doing it at. Here's why we're doing it. And here's why you should come into the dealership and or call me or get with me. It's every day showing up. You build that trust factor. Anymore, if people don't trust you here socially first, they're never going to trust you here, right? So the greatest compliment I ever get is when somebody sends me a customer or their friends or their family. They've never met me. They've never bought a car from me before. They don't really know me other than the persona that I put up here every day, and the happy customers and the reviews. Like, that's the greatest compliment ever.
The reviews,
right? The reviews and other people's Facebook and Instagram and every other way that you can get somebody to trust you socially, right? Social media, you need to be the social part, the aspect of it. They're going to trust you when you walk into the dealership or they walk into your business, no matter what business it is. It resonates throughout all businesses, right? If you own a restaurant, if you're, a hairdresser, if you're whatever you are, if they don't know you and trust you and see that you're doing good, for your customers, your clients, your friends, your family, your community, they're never going to get to you. You know why?
No.
I'm going to get to you. You're going to come to me because they see me. They're not going to know the guy down the street, the girl down the street selling cars.
Okay. I used a good friend of mine, Rory Vaden. Rory Vaden says, if you suck in person, you'll suck online.
Well, I don't think I suck in person. I'm not very conceited, but I don't think I suck on person. But when I first started online, it's really funny, right? So I would try to record a video, right? I'd sit there and try to record, and man, I sucked at it. I was come see. I'm like, oh man, this just sucks. I'm like, I'm never going to get this. And I had this epiphany. I'm like, you know why? Because I can't rehearse stuff. It has to come natural, right? So to me, I'm just like, screw it. I'm going live. I don't care if I'm a mumbling fool. And I did it. Boom. Did I kill it? No. But was I a bumbling fool like I was when I was trying to record it and get it perfect? If you're waiting to get your skill level up, or you're waiting to get to everything to be perfect for you, you're going to get passed by everybody who's not doing it perfect. And just
don't wait for it to get perfect. Go with it
every day.
For heaven's sake, when I'm doing videos live on the lot,
right?
If a truck goes by, I leave it in. That's the realism of it.
Real life.
So where do you find customers? I tell people, well, try the interstate at 5 o'clock. They're out there bumper to bumper.
Listen, when you open your mind to everybody's a customer potentially now or in the future, or a referral source, even if they're not drivers, they still know somebody that drives a car, referral source. When you open your mind to that, And like I said, you don't just sit there and talk. Like it's like this. It's like, your cousin, you're going to your cousin's wedding, okay? You don't go to your cousin's wedding with the intent on, I'm going to go there and sell cars, right? You go to your cousin's wedding because you care about your cousin. You care about the family. You want to go have a good time. You can't wait to go see everybody, right? So people feel good when they're at a wedding. I sell probably anywhere from 7 to 15, probably plus cars at every wedding. I don't go there with any intent on selling a car, but that's the byproduct of you having a good time, asking questions to other people, making them feel the most important in the room. They'll remember you because they remember how you made them feel, not what you told them, not, hey, I work at blah, blah, blah. Everybody says, hey, I work at blah, 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 or they don't, right? But they're going to remember how I made them feel, and we're going to have a conversation about it. And be like, yeah, I see you on Facebook all the time, killing it, and you're goofy, your goofy thumb up the whole time and everything. So these are things that specifically make people remember me. Okay, if you don't know who I am or you don't remember me, that's my fault. That's not your fault. That means I didn't do a good enough job with my brand. I didn't do a good enough job putting myself out there. I didn't do a good enough job not being worried about embarrassing myself. I don't worry about embarrassing myself anymore. Embarrassment comes easy for me. I don't care.
Okay. You're selling 100 cars a month. How much time do you spend with a customer?
Most of the time anymore, it's not that long. And people say, there's no way, the numbers don't work. Well, that's because you're going through your old school 12-step process that every dealership from whenever put you through. Once you start with a relationship and people trust you here, they trust you here, there's a lot of that process that you don't have to force everybody through, okay? We're not skipping steps. Nobody will ever say that they had a watered-down experience. After every time I sell a car, we take a picture. I shake everybody's hand. I look them right in the eye. I ask them, Jim, did I do a good job for you? And most people say, Frank, you did a phenomenal job for me. I can't believe I even bought a car. Best experience I've ever had buying a car in my 40 years of buying cars. I can't even believe I just bought a car that quick, and it was just great of a process. Okay, so it's just like if you're cable TV, okay, and I'm one of these streaming services, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime. I don't watch TV on cable anymore. I don't watch much TV anymore anyway, but I don't watch TV on cable because they force me to watch one show at a certain time of night every week to watch the whole series for 15 weeks. Well, that doesn't work for me. Okay. What works for me is I can go on Amazon Prime, and if I want tonight, I can watch 6, 10 episodes. I can watch one episode. I can watch an episode in the middle. I can just go right to the end and find out who killed who and what happened with, whatever episode you're watching. You know why? Because that's what the people want. So if
would you ever give anybody a gift certificate to Del Frisco's or anything like that?
I did give out a couple of gift certificates that I had a couple months ago. A company came, tried to market me for their like little restaurant card or whatnot. But I love Del Frisco's. We were just down there about a month ago. We had a big month. I took my finance guy Damien down there for dinner and a couple of drinks.
Do you know John? Do you know John Rondolono?
Yeah, I know John.
You know John? Yeah, he's on the sidebar.
Cool. What's up, John?
How about Karpenko?
Yes, one of my Facebook friends.
Fantastic. Yeah, you got a lot of your fans showing up. Absolutely great.
And I have some of the greatest support in the industry in the world, right? And I don't take that lightly at all. I mean, I respect everybody that sends me anybody over referral. I truly treat them like they are my family. And they're my friends, because I can't just sit back and say, I'm Frank Cornetti, I'm selling cars, this is great, everybody's going to come see me, right? If I do that, some young kid with an iPhone and a big following is going to come by and he's going to whoop me, or she's going to whoop me, right? No matter who it is, I got to stay on top of my game. And the way that I do that is I make sure that I'm really involved in everything that goes on, right? And these, you'll see I have a lot of haters online. They'll come on and say, there's no way, this guy's all BS. Listen, I wouldn't put myself out there. And the hundreds and hundreds of employees that I worked with over the years, and my clients, all these people that are friends with me on Facebook, would call me out by now, right? The haters
are going to be there.
Oh, I love it though. They fuel me. I just have fun with it. They fuel my passion for this, because they're not my customer anyway. I'm not here for them, right? Sometimes I have fun with it. Everybody's like, man, I can't believe you just don't flip out on these people. I'm like, it's better for me just to play it along and to play it out and let them make themselves look stupid with some of the stuff that they're saying. So haters don't bother me at all. I like haters. If I don't have haters, that means I'm not trying hard enough. I'm not pressing hard enough. I'm not putting myself out there enough. So the more haters I get is because the more successful that I'm going to be. So, they kind of equal each other anymore with the social media thing.
Well, that's what nobody will ever say, Jim Ziegler, I can take him or leave him. No, I've never heard that.
You're either going to love me or hate me, right? There's really no in the middle with me. I said that my whole life.
I see you have a lot of contests for your customer base. I see you have a lot of referral you're generating. How are you doing all that?
It's really just to give back, right? There's a couple reasons. Obviously, it's marketing, right? You want to keep yourself out there. You want to keep yourself relevant. But at the same point, I could do that a lot of other ways. I could spend money other ways and not give back. But me running a contest and giving back to my customer base, my referrals, just giving out, little whatever it is, somebody's sitting there and the first time they ever bought a car from me, their kids come, right? These are stress balls, right? So I walk over, listen, I'm taking the stress out of car buying. Here's my thumb. Just sit there and you could squeeze on that for, however long you need to while we're sitting here going over, walking into a dealership for people is a stressful situation a lot of times. Now, after you get to know me and we build a little relationship, it's not, you're like family. You're walking in. It's like, Norm from Cheers, you're walking in and everybody's like, Norm, yelling at you at Cheers, everybody knows you. Everybody knows your name. That was one of the greatest, beginnings of a sitcom ever, a place where everybody knows your name. Right. So just about all the managers here, they know all my customers. I introduce them. My finance manager knows my customers. We all build a relationship together. You're spending a lot of money at a car dealership. If it's $10,000, $20,000, $40,000, $50,000 on a Honda, spending a lot of money. You want to feel comfortable when you're doing anything, but especially if you're there writing a big check or financing and doing all this paperwork. Why would you want to feel uncomfortable and have to go buy a car, right? I want to have an experience where everybody's walking out, jumping up, high-fiving, hugging, shaking, making sure like it was the greatest experience they ever had buying anything, right? A house takes months to buy, right? That's the next biggest purchase. So the biggest purchase you can come in and buy in under an hour, in some cases, is a car. Why shouldn't that be?
Frank. I used to tell my salespeople, we hired you because we suspected you had a personality.
Yeah, right. Use it.
Go use it.
Use it. That's right. Yeah. Go make a friend. Right. Go get people to like you. All right. Get their emotions up. If you're unenthusiastic with anything, I couldn't sell you a pencil. Okay. You need to be enthusiastic. Now, not over the top, like you're this annoyingly enthusiastic person, right? But it's got to be above.
You're not Jim Carrey.
Right. It's got to exactly. But it's got to be above the average, right? Sometimes you got to bring people's emotions up. Sometimes you got to, help people's emotions along, but it's going to mirror what you're doing somewhat. So you really need to, if I came in to spend money on a car and I get a salesperson, great. I don't need you, pal. Okay. I can go somewhere. I can go anywhere.
Oh, man, I'm from a management viewpoint. I'm on the sales desk and the salesman comes up and what's this guy do for a living? He works at Lockheed Aircraft. Okay. Is he a vice president or does he scrub toilets?
Right.
Yeah. Tell me how you got close to this guy, woman. Tell me how you got close to him. Tell me why they like you.
So here's my thing now, but a lot of salespeople, they don't understand relationship building. Okay. So they'll spend most of the time trying to build that relationship before they ever give me what I want as a consumer. Right. So if you're sitting there and you're asking me my kids, my work, all that stuff, people can smell bullshit. They can, right? So, why do you care about my kids? We don't even know each other yet. I'm here you're here to purchase a vehicle. Great. Let me get you the information that you came in for, not the information I'm going to try to, weasel out of you. Our relationship will develop once our trust factor gets there with each other, right? So you don't want to get in that friend zone because I see a lot of salespeople be like, oh, this customer really likes me. And just get out of there, right? Because they don't buy a car from them because you never gave them the information they came in with. You didn't provide a service. Nobody comes to the dealership to talk about their kids for the first time. They come to the dealership because they want to buy something. They want to get information They want numbers. They want to find some place they feel comfortable, somebody they can trust that's going to give them all that information. So right from the beginning, I tell everybody what my job at the dealership is. This is not, it's your buying process, not my selling.
Tell me what your job is. Tell me what your job is.
My job is to be 100% transparent, give you all the information that you're looking for. This is not, my selling process. It's your buying process. So however you want it to go, totally fine with me. This way we can make an educated decision today if this is the right car and where you want to do business. And people are like, whoa, okay. I've never heard that before. It's usually, we're just looking, okay, great. You're looking for a 2-door or a 4-door. You're looking for a good deal or a used car. Like what? It's all BS. People know they're being set up. You know why? Because they are. Give them what they want, okay? It's very simple. There is no secret freaking sauce, all right? Now, there's a lot of methodologies and mindsets and things that I do that help the process along, but give them what they want, or I'm going to go. Now, will people just buy a car because they have to buy a car? Absolutely. But then you're winning, okay? You're actually losing because all you're doing is getting one sale. I win by multiplication. Multiplication meaning I sell you a car, I earn your business, we take a picture on Facebook, I friend you, I get in all your circles, I get all your referrals, I get a review from you, which gets more internet all over the place, right? I'm your friend now on Facebook. You're seeing what I'm doing with my kids, in my life, with our charity, at work. So you're not my customer anymore. You're my friend, right? We're interacting on social media. This is how friendships work anymore, right? You don't just meet a couple guys at the bar anymore. Everybody's friends on social media. So a customer who came in for one transaction, I'm able to turn that one transactional. Everybody's scared of this word transactional. We don't want transactional customers. Well, where do you think the relationship customers come from? They come from transactions that you, as a professional salesperson, make into a relationship for the long term. Okay. And that's how I get one sale turns into many, which is winning by multiplication. It's not winning by addition. If you're trying to sell big numbers with cars and you're just doing it through transactions and one by one, and hey, just fill out a good survey for me, please. Thank you so much for coming in. Here's your keys. Here's your car. If you need anything, don't call me. No, you get 24/7 access to Frank Cornetti. When you buy a car, that red carpet you see, it's legit. You get the white glove service 24/7, cell phone number, instant message, you name it. You need something, I get text messages sometimes at like midnight. Listen, my car broke down. Great. I don't say we gave you the warranty information, use it. I'll text them the number to the warranty company. I'll ask somebody, do you want me to make the phone call for you? Are you okay? Do you feel safe? That's what people want. I just want to be able to reach out to somebody, an accountant, a doctor, a lawyer, a salesman, my realtor. If I have a question, how powerful it is if you had all those people on text message or instant message and you can get the answer you're looking for without Googling it or asking Facebook about it. That's where the powerfulness comes in. That's where the multiplication comes in. And that's how I'm winning every day. Every day.
Asked me, Jeff Schreier said he just hopped on. You must have a whole team of people working for you. You must have this big personal staff. Frank Cornetti has all these people working for you.
Yeah, I'm looking for them. They're look. I don't know where they're
at. Outside the door.
Yeah, I keep a bunch of like little minions. You ever see those minions?
Little minions with one eye. Yeah,
minions. They all come out and they do all this. No, sir, Jeff. I am the face. I am the guy. I have a guy, Justin. He's our lot guy. He helps me change tags, gas cars, get cars to detail. Used to be a salesperson, so I get real busy. He can go over a car for me, show somebody how to work everything. I do the sale from the second that I point of contact on the phone, instant message.
One-man show.
All the way through. We have finance managers here. I just commandeered my own finance manager just to compartmentalize everything. Damien, he handles a lot of the paperwork for me and moves obstacles for me, absolutely. But I don't have a team. I don't have assistants, I should say, that work for me. Now, I'm not saying that I am not actively looking for an assistant, but it has to work out. Like they have to have the same methodology, somewhat of the same drive. And it's hard for me to relinquish any of my customers' needs to anybody else, so it's there is no assistance right now. And I know it's kind of crazy to think, and because you're not doing it that way. But no assistance here.
100 cars a month. How much advertising do you do?
Money wise, zero. I mean,
well, social media is pretty much free. How much are you using social media to bring new customers awareness of you?
Every day. If you're not, then just get out of the business. Go work somewhere. This needs to be told to a lot of salespeople. It's really a shame, but if you're selling 8 or 9 cars a month and you're making 35 grand a year, get out of the business. If you don't have any drive, if there is so many other things that you can do and have a better quality of life, right, than to sell 8 or 9 cars a month. Now, if you're selling 8 or 9 cars a month and you just started, or you have a passion to learn and you want to make this your own business, you want to be the CEO of your own business and treat it that way, great. Let's do it. Let's figure out a way so that this is worth it to you, right? If you're selling 8 or 9 cars, 10 cars on average a month, you're going to hate your life in the car business. When you start scaling your business up past 30 cars, 40 cars, 50 cars into these echelons that, a lot of the sales trainers never want to talk about because they're scared that they won't be able to get somebody there when they make this promise. That's when life changes, right? The money you're able to give back to charities, the vacations you're able to have, the places you want to live, the things you're able to give your kids, it's worth putting in the time and the effort. When I first started, I was working 70 plus hours a week. Okay. I don't do that anymore. I'm 4, maybe 5 days a week, or right now I'm 5 days a week, right? It's 50 hours ish. 10-hour days, 4 10-hour days, and a Saturday is really what it is. And I'm off on Fridays and we're closed Sundays. So if you're selling 8 or 9 cars and you've been doing this years, I'm going to be the person to tell you you're probably in the wrong business. Go find something that you can make that benefits and do something. You'll have a better quality of life. Now, if you want to learn, there's so much free information to learn out there. You don't need to pay for everything, but then there's a lot of people that you can pay, the Alpha Dawg, whoever it is, to get the information to learn for yourself. Don't wait on the dealership or a manager or somebody else to determine your success, right? This is the one thing I hear. Well, the dealership won't pay for training. Great. You're the CEO of your own company. Don't wait for somebody else to pay for training. Pay for your own training. And if you don't get it after the training, then you're in the wrong business. If you need training, you get the training, you get trained up and you stay in shape, right? You go to the gym, you get trained up, you stay in shape. Then it's good. Then you're in the fitness, right? If you go to the gym once or twice a week, once a month, there's almost no point to going to a gym once or twice a month, right? Like what's the actual point of doing that? You need to get yourself on a training schedule. You need to get yourself in better shape. You need to get yourself, a better eating habits. You need to get yourself, better sleeping habits. It's a whole life that goes into changing anything, as far as sales, emotional.
I see so many salespeople that don't get it. I studied my profession as surely as if I were studying for a master's degree in any other profession. Read every book, attended every seminar, modeled myself after people I saw were successful, got rid of the losers and the whiners and the wimps and the criminals and the has-beens out of my life. Get rid of bad people.
It is the most lucrative business that you can be in. They tell me without a college education. I don't have a college education. I see everybody's credit reports, what they make with a college education. As a above average salesperson, you can make more than if you went to a 4 or 5 year college, just by treating people the right way and giving them all the information they're looking for and following a certain procedure and methodology and mindset every morning, rather than going to school for 4 years to be whatever it is, and then you end up getting a job doing something that has nothing to do with that degree most of the time anyway, right? So
have you ever seen my business card?
Probably. Wow, what's it say? I don't remember.
It says James A. Ziegler, CSP, Certified Speaking Professional, which is legit.
Yeah, I know.
And then it says HSG.
Right.
High school graduate.
That's it.
It's right on my business card.
HSG. That's it.
Yeah. Excuse me. I hire those people. Your degree has nothing to do with where you end up in life. It's, you're paid on your merit in this business.
So people tell me, I went to school, I did this. Well, check this out, right? So if I was trying to learn about business, right? If I just said, and I thought about going back to school for business, thank God I didn't, right? But if I really wanted to learn about business, I would never just go to a college and enroll in a business course and learn from a professor that's learned knowledge out of a book or through a course, right? That's why that professor's making 70, 80, 90,000, whatever dollars a year, okay? Because he knows general knowledge and he's teaching you stuff generally that he knows from wherever he learned it. If I wanted to scale myself in business or be successful at business, I would find somebody that is dominating their industry at that same business and pay that person whatever I needed to be his puppy dog, follow her around all day, listen to what they're doing, find out every little nuance of that business and how they're making millions of dollars doing it, rather than going to a school, paying them whatever it is, $100,000 a year to learn general knowledge that gives you this piece of paper that doesn't get you much anymore. It really doesn't. It gets you usually an entry-level job or a step above an entry-level job at most places. So my thinking is always I want to learn from the ones that are doing, not the ones that have learned it and just throwing it out there, right? You've done this every day. You've been a salesperson. You've been a manager. There's other trainers out there that just, they sold cars for like a year and they had a little bit of success with it. And they said, I'm a good talker. I can stand up on a stage and talk. So I'm believable. And people actually buy into the stuff they're regurgitating out every single day. And that's actually why I got into training salespeople, because these sales trainers pissed me off so bad with a lot of the BS that they were throwing out there. It's like, no, that's definitely not what you say. It's 100%. You are hurting that salesperson right now. You're hurting their chances of ever being successful by telling them to do it that way. And I don't even think the way they tell them would have worked 20 years ago, let alone 5 years ago, let alone now. You have to be relevant. You have to be relevant.
You got to be relevant. Word tracks have their place, and there's a certain amount of salespeople that need to be managed, but for the same part, it's all about personality. It's all about connection. It's all about transparency of information. What's your best price? Mr. Customer, our instructions not only give you the best price, but all the information you need to make an intelligent decision. What would you like to know?
Well, listen, I've had people say, well, I can go to New Jersey, right? And I have a price here for $220 less. I say, okay, no problem. I said, I would never want you to have to pay us more. But I said, you know what they don't have over there in New Jersey? And they're what? They have the same car. No, they don't have Frank Cornetti. Okay. I've been here for you for years. I'm going to give you my cell phone number. You're going to have full, contact. You're going to service your car here. All of us were, personal. You do live around the corner. I think that I'm worth $220 more, which is actually, I think I'm worth a lot more, but I'm willing to take just $220 more to get everything behind us and to earn your business. I believe that I've earned that $220. And most of the time people will say, you know what, you're right. Let's just do it. Right. So some people are all about the numbers. At this point now, there's so much information out there. The numbers are all out there. The numbers are the easiest part of this whole thing. Getting somebody emotionally connected, make sure they're on the right vehicle, make sure they feel comfortable, make sure we're doing business the right way, earning their business honestly, ethically, with emotion and tenacity to get them the right deal. That's what gets people to come back. That's what gets that one transaction to be multiple deals throughout your career. This is a career for me. I decided a long time ago, I didn't want to get into management. I wanted to be a career salesperson. I'm okay with saying I sell cars. I'm a car salesman. I don't need all these customer rep, whatever these people put on their business cards. It says salesman on my card, okay? I am a salesman. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing dirty about that. This country was built on salespeople. This country was built on industry and salespeople, right? So without salespeople, nothing moves. I'm very proud of the salesperson that I've developed myself into. So, get rid of all these terms and everything. People get confused with all that stuff. What are you? You're a customer service rep? Do you sell cars? No, I sell cars. I'm here for you. I'm your guy. Me and you, I'm your guy. Here's my cell phone number. I program it right in their phone. Boom, I'm your guy. I want to be your guy for everything automotive. And then people see all my Facebook posts, you know, we're flipping houses. So I get texts all the time. Frank, I see you do this. Do you have a plumber I can use? Yeah, I got a plumber. I got a tow guy. I got a plumber. I got an electrician. I got a contractor. I got a dry cleaning guy. I got everybody you would need. I'm a one-stop shop, right? I don't want anybody to have to stray their eye from me. I want to be the hot girl in the room all the time. I don't want anybody else's eye going anywhere else. So all eyes on me all the time is what keeps everybody engaged, keeps your customer base. And it's so much easier to do now on social media than it was years ago when I was doing this man face to face every single day.
Tell me about it. I mean, you know, I got 150,000 friends and followers on all these LinkedIn, YouTube, Snapchat, all of it. I mean, you know, and these are real people. They're living, breathing human beings. They're not icons on a screen.
Well, here's the thing. People go on and salespeople go on and they try, okay? They try social media, all right? They try to do it, and what happens? You go to the gym twice, you go to the gym for 2 weeks, and you don't see immediate gratification, right? Most of us all wuss out. We're like, this is too hard. My body type, my genetics, my eating habits, my blah, 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 blah. No, the problem is you tried instead of doing it. You got to show up with persistence, okay? This isn't you make 2 or 3 posts, you know, and you tell everybody where you work and, hey, we're having a great deal this month. Come on down and see me. Well, nobody gives a shit. Really, they don't. What is it? What makes you special from every other salesperson and every other car dealership that's having a sale present this weekend? Everybody's having a sale. Here's a little secret. The sale is always on at a car dealership, right? We will always make the deal. There is no end of the month. There is no secret this. Come on down. We're going to make it work for you no matter what. How about that? How about being honest and upfront with everybody rather than being the furniture store that's been going out of business for 20 years, right? We're not going out of business. I'm not going out of business, and I'm not going anywhere, and I'm going to be here for you the whole time. So, you know, that's being upfront and honest and get your persona right on social media and not trying it, persistently doing it, making it part of your routine every single day. Over posting, I'd rather over post and have people defriend me and hate me than say, I don't know who you're talking about. Frank, who? Oh, I remember. He has some really nice suits. I seen him in a couple of pictures one time. I forget what he does though.
I notice you're always in a suit. I mean, is everybody in your store wearing a suit?
Yeah, pretty much. Not suit, but everybody wears a shirt and tie. You know, a rainy day, a real rainy day, I'll dress down a little bit. I don't want to ruin the nice, you know, the nice outfits or whatnot. Or if it's, you know, weather related, I'll dress down a little bit. Summertime, we get to wear the polo shirts. But listen, do you have to wear a suit to be successful in the car business? Absolutely not. Somebody comes in, you're dressed nice, it makes them feel good too, you know? So I like to get dressed up. It makes me feel good. It gets my mindset right. You know, first thing in the morning when I put a suit on and it feels good and it fits still, you know, I still got lost a little weight and it still fits. I can button it and get the tie on.
In the center, yeah.
Yeah, you know, it feels good. So if I feel good, people are going to be able to feel good with me, right? If I'm not in a good mood, right, or my mindset's off, or I'm dressed bummy, or my shoes look like crick shoes, what's their first impression going to be? If I go up to a lawyer's office and I'm asking about a property or something that I'm doing, I walk in and the guy's got old wrinkly leather crick shoes on, okay? He might be the best lawyer in the world, but my first impression of that guy is he's not my guy, okay? And I don't need a guy dressing like a $4 million suit or nothing, but, you know, perception is reality, especially when you first meet somebody. So your perception online is very important to who you are and who you want people to believe that you are and showing up every day. So, yeah, you're going to see me in a suit.
Even if you meet them online first, when you physically meet them for the first time, I teach salespersons, I said, look, people make a decision before you ever open your mouth, winner or loser.
All the time.
They've already visually, you can overcome the loser perception, but they already have tagged you as a winner or a loser when they first see you.
Can't be both, right? So which category do you fit into? Are you a winner or are you a loser? I know which category I fit into every single day.
Exactly. Yeah, I do a lot of F&I training. Mm-hmm. I tell F&I managers, look, I don't care if the rest of the dealership wears a polo shirt. Bankers wear suits.
Right.
Bankers wear suits. It's
Hey,
that
listen,
simple.
I did some of my training last night, F&I. It's very important. I have my F&I manager, Damien. If he doesn't already know the customer, even if he does, I get him out in the showroom, right? I get him to out introduce himself first, explain his job, what he does, the process, the time frame that we're looking at, so people understand their expectations, right? He's been my personal finance guy now for about 3 years, so most of my clients already know him. They'll just walk in and plop themselves right in his office. But if it's the first time meeting somebody, being uncomfortable, you made a decision, you're all emotional, you're happy, you need to keep that going, not feel like you're going to the principal's office, right? Not going into the sweat box. So the best way to do that is to get somebody to come out, introduce them, sit down with the customer for a few minutes, just, let them know what the expectations are, time frame. This way you know what to expect. The worst part
Amazing. That is part of my F&I school.
Yeah.
I teach F&I managers never meet the customer for the first time in combat.
No, doesn't make any sense.
Never meet the customer out there.
Yeah, that's it.
And I've been teaching that for 20 years.
Yeah, but still, nobody's doing it, believe it or not. Not many people, I can tell you that.
I'll teach a class. I'll have 100 people in the room in a big class. Mm-hmm. And I'll say, maybe 20 of you will get what I'm talking about. And if I knew which 20 of you it was, I'd throw the rest of you out of here.
Right. That's it. I need people that want to learn and actually want to not just learn it, but do it. We all want to learn, right? I can read all the books in the world, listen to all the Audible in the world. If I don't actually take the action and go do it, I could be the smartest guy that never did anything and fell on my face. And you can write on my tombstone, he knew a lot, but never did any of it. Okay. That'll never be said about me, ever. I'm going to do everything that I think I can accomplish, and things that I think that I can't accomplish. We're going to do them because I take action. All right. And I have self-accountability every day. Did I take enough action to be successful today? Did I take enough action to take care of enough people today? Right? Not I'll do it tomorrow. Not I walk in the morning, I order breakfast, I talk about sports, politics, everything else that's going on in my life. Next thing you know, it's lunchtime, it's raining out, let's go talk. I take my 2-hour break, you come back at 4:00. And by that time you're planning on, can I go home by 7:30? I don't want to be here till 9. I'll do everything tomorrow, Mr. Manager. You wasted your whole day, right? You wasted your time, your family's time, your manager's time. You're wasting your life doing that in any industry you're in.
You spend all your time getting ready to get ready.
What's that?
You spend your time getting ready to get ready. They come in, they got their breakfast biscuits, then they got to, quit it. I have been known to it. I was pretty.
I eat on the fly, man. I got my protein bar here. I have stocked. You know what I mean? I never leave the dealership. There's no sense. When you're here to work. You're in the game when you're at the dealership. They
don't have our work ethic, not all of them. There's a certain percentage of people watching this broadcast that'll get it. And there's a larger percentage watching this broadcast that won't get it. They won't ever get it. They're not us. They're never going to be us.
They're not my guys. They're not my girls.
They're not going to be us.
Yeah, that's okay.
You want to be me, the top of the mountain, didn't fall there.
Here's the great thing that I tell all the people that I coach, okay? You don't need to metamorphosize yourself in the Frank Cornetti to be successful. We just need to hone and change what you do on a daily basis to make it a habit. Your actions over time will become habits that should become everyday life that'll make you better at what you do, not only at work, life, socially, emotionally, physically, whatever it is. You need the whole package. Right? It can't just be me, 25 pounds overweight, in the summertime. I'm like, man, I'm a fat slob. I got to change this. What do? 75 hard. I shocked my system. I committed to it and I did it. It was one of the hardest things I ever did in my life. 2 45-minute workouts, one outside, a gallon of water, read 10 pages of a book. There's all these rules that you had to follow. And I'm like, man, the first week or two, I'm like, this is like, oh my gosh. And then, you know what? I conquered one day. You just take one day at a time and do it and don't look at the large scope of everything. And I wrote it down and I did it. I lost 25 pounds. I got in the best shape of my life, physically, emotionally, mentally. It changed me. It absolutely changed me. I'm always metamorphosizing, right? You can't just be the guy that you've always been. You have to be growing, or you're just going to get stuck, and then you're going to get
No,
comfortable.
earlier I said they're not us. I mean, I don't want anybody to be Jim Ziegler. You know, there's only one alpha dog. There's only one Frank Cornetti. But I don't want you to be me. I want you to have a mindset.
Yeah.
A productivity mindset. You know, how many balls can a juggler keep in the air at the same time?
Right.
How many projects can you manage? How much time are you not wasting?
Right.
You know, this is that tuned in aspect. The man at the top of the mountain didn't fall there.
No. Well, I'm trying to bring everybody up to the pinnacle with me. Okay. So it's no fun just being at the mountain at the top. It's lonely at the top. I'm okay being at the top of what they say that I'm at in car sales, but I don't ever believe my own hype. I want to bring everybody else up to the top, to the pinnacle with me. The summit's a lot more fun when everybody else is up there talking about it and everybody else is shooting ideas at you to get to the next, to the stars, to the moon, to wherever we're going. You never just want to be the person up at the top that's holding all the information from everybody else, right? And this is what a lot of people and salespeople and managers, they can't, like, why are you telling everybody all this stuff? Why don't you just do it yourself? Well, because that's no fun, okay? I've already done it that way, and it's no fun just keeping all that information for myself. So to me, I want to give it to everybody who's hungry, who has a desire to grow, who knows that they're just being average right now because they don't have a plan in place every single day to get them to those next levels. They have the desire, they might have the passion, but they don't have the plan, right? So you have to have at least all three of those to get there.
You say people are not us.
No.
I personally and you have no envy. I don't care.
I don't
care if you surpass my accomplishments. I do not care.
I will
help you.
I check my ego all the time. I
will help you.
I'm lucky enough to be surrounded with probably a handful of really good friends that are not yes men. They will actually tell me 100%, yo, check yourself. I'm like, all right, you're right. You know what I mean? I don't need a bunch more people telling me attaboy and how good of a job I'm doing. I need people to check me, every once in a while, tell me, hey, get back on course, man, get your head right. You're doing things this way. I don't do everything right. I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect person, but I do an ego check daily to make sure that, people are like, man, what do you drive? I say, well, you have a nice Mercedes or whatever. I say, no, I got a Toyota pickup truck. I get my stones busted because I work at a Honda store. I drive a Toyota pickup truck. But like, there's no way you're selling 100 cars and the guy's driving a Toyota truck. Listen, it's a really nice truck, by the way. It's all customized with my charity and everything on there and big wheels and tires. But it's what I like. I got 3 kids. It's what I want to do. I don't need to drive a $200,000 car to show everybody that I'm being successful. Okay. Everybody wants to show everybody how successful they are before they actually get to the success, right? I don't need to fake it, even though I'm making it. I don't need to fake it. That's not the person I want to be. That's not what I want to do. Now, maybe at a different point in life, though, I want a different car. Sure, I'm a car guy. I have fun with cars. But right now, I love my Toyota pickup truck. There's some guy on my Facebook page. If you believe that this guy sells 100 cars a month and drives a Toyota pickup truck, you guys are out of your mind. This guy is an absolute liar. I'm like, now, where do those two things equate? It doesn't make any sense to me. So instead of me wasting my money on a sports car, I actually invest and give back to charity. Is what makes me feel better, is what brings karma to you, is what makes you a better person, rather than just driving a Ferrari or whatever, that person feels that I should be driving, right? It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. We go, what my main form of transportation is every day when I'm out, other than work, I take Uber. Everywhere. Why? Because I can sit there and be on my phone. I go out at dinner, you have a drink, you can't drive anywhere. I Uber everywhere. Anywhere I go, I Uber. And the day that the really fully autonomous driving car comes out, like 100%, I'm in. I don't care how much it costs. I'm writing a check. So that's what I'm waiting for to get rid of my Toyota truck.
This has been just one heck of a good visit.
Mm-hmm.
We got a pretty good audience who stayed with us. Incredible. We still got 40, 50 people on.
Awesome. People love it.
Jonathan Dawson showed up. Okay, Don.
JD.
Yeah.
JD's
Gene Anderson. Jeff Schreier. Jeff Schreier's an old friend of mine in Omaha. A lot of good people in the sidebar there. Don's on there.
So now listen, I know there's about 40 people on here. If you're a salesperson right now and you're selling, I'm interested. I'm doing a little study, okay? And I'm trying to help the industry that's, 30-ish plus cars a month. The guys that are hitters, the girls that are hitters and doing this, if you're in this stream, comment that you're 30, do hashtag 30 or whatnot. If you work with somebody that's selling 30 plus cars a month, I'm trying to get information from the 30 plus car a month group because they're the hitters, right? They're the ones that are either getting referrals or really working their internet departments hard. And I got information that I want to give them to get to the next level. So if you're selling 30 plus cars a month, tag yourself in here. Tell me you're selling 30. Raise your hand, okay? Or tag somebody that you work with that's selling consistently 300, 350 cars a month. For me, and this way I can try to help you because they're the people that I can kind of help out. The person that's selling 8, 9, 12 cars a month, the industry average, I don't think I can get their mentality from below average to where I want it to be. It would take too long for me. But the person that's already selling 30 has a persistence about them, right, that I can help. That mindset, I can get you through the levels. You know why? Because I've been through every level, right? I didn't just skyrocket to 100. It doesn't happen that way. I was 10 plus years ago selling 30, hitting a 40, going back down to 22. I was on that roller coaster. Once I figured out how to get off that roller coaster with proactively prospecting, with going on social media, marketing, putting myself out there, right? Not being embarrassed, telling everybody what I did everywhere I go, getting referral sources in places you would never even think of is what got me through most of the levels, right? So I've scaled my business from every single level, just like you did in management, right? You brought that, dealership, from whatever you guys were doing to record numbers, the record numbers that you guys sold. You actually did it. So
we did it.
You know how to tell dealerships when you're training them how you did it, right? It's relevant information. It's not general knowledge that you figured out by reading a book or somebody else telling you were the guy.
I wasn't a record-breaking salesman. I was a record-breaking manager.
You told me that.
I sold 30 cars many months, but that was when 30 cars were we didn't have the reach we have today. I don't know what I do. What I do with the prospecting tools we have today.
All these salespeople have this reach, and either they don't use it, or even worse, they don't know how to use it. Okay. So that's what I see most people screwing up with. They're like, yeah, I do social media, and I go on their page. And I'm like, oh, you do it all wrong completely. You're wasting your time. You'd be better off doing other stuff than posting what you're posting and doing what you're doing. It's not going to work. All right.
Well, these guys are selling 30 plus cars a month. How do they get in touch with you?
You can get me my cell phone number, or you can just tag me on here.
What's the cell phone?
484-368.
Hang on.
484-368-9000.
368.
Send me a text. Introduce yourself. I'll send you some information.
Okay, hang on one second. I'm a slow typist. Let me get that up there. Is that it?
484-36. I'll type it into 484.
I've got it on the screen.
9000. Yes, that's it. That's perfect.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we get 40, 50, 60 people on these broadcasts, but we get thousands on the replays. That's why I wanted it on the screen.
That's a 5,000, 10,000 view. This is a 100,000 view video. We share this out. This is gold here. I'm having fun.
Oh, of course we are. When I was a salesman myself, my wife used to hate it. Everywhere I went, when are you going to buy your next car? That was that one question. Not would you like to buy a car? You're thinking about buying a car. When are you going to buy your next car?
Listen, here you go. Try this. The next time somebody walks into a dealership and you introduce yourself, ask them, have you made a decision on the car you want to purchase today? Just ask them.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, instead of going through all the rigmarole, people will tell you what they want to buy. It's crazy.
Yeah, of course they will.
Questions, and you make somebody feel comfortable, Yeah, Frank, I've been laying in my bed
The movie theater, the restaurant.
month and a half looking at a Honda Accord EX in black. It's the car I want. Great. But we come in and ask all these stupid questions.
No, I'm not talking about in the dealership. I was at dinner with a friend of mine, Kent Bozarth.
Right.
You know Kent?
No.
I'm at dinner with Kent Bozarth. I asked the waiter, when are you going to buy your next car? I delivered 2 cars in that restaurant that day with the dealer at lunch.
That's it. It's crazy.
I do it all the time. When are you going to buy your next car? What a powerful question. Now, coming on the lot, give me your question again. Have you made a decision?
Listen, you could just ask people, have you made a decision on the car you want to purchase today? Just ask somebody. A lot of times
early on.
Just ask them, right? Yeah. It's crazy. Early on. Why wait? If I can't, listen, when I go into a store, I usually want to buy something. If not, I just buy it on Amazon, right? But if I go into a store and a salesperson comes up to me and asks me, can I help you with something? And they're like, naturally, I'm just looking. Even though I'm in Best Buy to buy a freaking TV, I already know the TV I want. It's just a natural reaction, right? So don't ask stupid questions, can I help you? You're in my store already. Yes, you need help. Welcome to Piazza Honda. My name's Frank Crinetti. Ask them what brought them into the store today. Don't ask them, can I help you? Can I? No, I just came in to walk around a showroom to look at cars that are actually something that I need to drive to figure out if I like. I just wanted to peer in the windows. No, it's bullshit. Absolutely not. We ask questions that make people defensive right away, right? Most salespeople do because that's the way they were taught for years. I explain to people what my job is right from the beginning. My job is to be 100% transparent with you, give you all the information you're looking for. Again, this is not my selling process. This is your buying process. So however you want it to go down, totally fine. This way we can make an educated decision if this is where you want to do business, if this is the car that you want to purchase, if this was the vehicle that's right for your family. Is that fair enough?
Last time you and I spoke, you had, and I'm going to try to paraphrase you. Is there anything about this car you don't like?
So the $1 million word track, okay, it has made me millions of dollars.
The $1 million word track, okay.
Yeah, it is, and it's a trial close, but it solves a lot of problems, okay, for the customer, not just you. After the test drive, when you're on the test drive with the customer, or even if you didn't go on the test drive with the customer, which you should, if you didn't, right, at the end of the test drive, most people ask on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think this car is? Well, you're asking a question I can come up with an answer with, right? Did you like the car? You don't ask that. Anything you didn't like about the car, Jim? You're going to get anything you didn't like about the car is the only question you need to ask, right? Because here's what it does, okay? So it makes sure that you're on the right car, right? Because if I say, Jim, anything you didn't like about the car, well, I liked it, but I wish it had a sunroof. Great, model up. I know I'm on the wrong car. I'm not going to take her in and sit down and try to negotiate on a car that they didn't want, right? And a lot of times what happens is a customer comes in and they feel like they've already wasted enough of your time. They looked at one car. They don't want to test drive another car. But if you ask that question, anything you didn't like about the car, if the person says, no, I love it, I'd rather it be in blue. Okay, you know you have the right car. You pull up a blue one. You know you're negotiating or giving the prices on the right vehicle. But if that person says, well, it feels a little underpowered to me, great. Let me pull the V6 up for you. Let's take that one for a drive. I wanted to start with the 4-cylinder to see if that would save you, a little bit of money. Some people are happy with the 4-cylinder, but I do agree with you. I'd much rather have the 6-cylinder or the turbo model. So this way you don't go back in and negotiate on the wrong vehicle, because that doesn't do justice for anybody. That wastes your time. It wastes the client's time. It wastes the dealership's time. And then your manager's yelling at you, why can't you get a commitment? Because you're trying to get a commitment on a car that nobody wanted in the first place. So
one of the biggest things I see salespersons try to do is put the customer on the cheap car because it has a cheap payment and they can sell a cheap car. And I tell them, here's my word track. A customer is more likely to pay more for the car they want quicker than they will pay less for the one they don't want.
I'm on
Is
Anthony.
that a true
I'm
story?
on Anthony Santangelo's show on Tuesday. He goes, Frank, save some stuff for me, brother. I got stuff for days. We're good, my friend. I can go on for days. If I can't go on for days from everything that I've accomplished in the industry, then nobody can, right? So I got plenty of stuff, Anthony. Don't worry about that, brother.
You and I could do war stories for hours. I mean, come on now.
Right. I mean, we absolutely can, and it's fun to me. I have fun every single day, right? People say, well, you're going to stop selling cars. Is that like what you're trying to do? I'm like, no, I love selling cars. I still have a passion for it. We have fun here. It's not just business all day. We have fun. It's a camaraderie. Me, the manager, some of the other salespeople, the customers. We bring everybody together. Okay. So it is one big functional, dysfunctional family. Everything works. It's great. It's great.
People walk around dealerships with those damn Bart Simpson faces looking. Everybody looks pissed off.
Not me. Not me. Listen, you
walk around a dealership, everybody looks like they're pissed off. They're like they're not happy to be there.
Listen, people know here. It's like a lot of the negative people around here don't even ask me how I'm doing anymore. I'd be like, Frank, how are you? I'd be like, oh, another great day at Piazza Honda. How's your day, Jim? They'd be like,
I got one. I'm dealing with a pretty aggressive cancer, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right now, I've got a very aggressive cancer. I'm down to 220 pounds. I'm 50 pounds down. I'm anorexic.
You're getting ready for the title, man. The beach title.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah, I'm anorexic. Yeah, everybody knows. And people say, "How you doing?" So they go, "Best day of my entire life."
Right.
Best day of my entire life. Anticipating a better day tomorrow.
Either be optimistic or you can be miserable. You can't be both. And I don't like being miserable, Jim. I like being optimistic. I get excited every day to come to work, man. I really do, because it's not work. This is my passion, right? And if you think about it like that, it's not work. It makes it so much better. Now, is there tough times here? Do we get in arguments? Do I fight with my finance manager every once in a while? Absolutely, right? We're strong personalities here. Sometimes it doesn't always go well. But 15 minutes later, we're hugging it out. And we're best friends again, right? That's what it is. It's a family. It's more of a family here. I've been here 20 years. I could never see myself anywhere else. I love this place. I mean, it's you get to that point in your career, and it's life changing. It really is. To go somewhere that feel like it's a family. It's awesome.
When I worked for Dyer & Dyer Volvo back in the day, we went from 40 units a month to 850 units a month in less than 2 years. And I was an F&I manager.
That's crazy.
And Richard Dyer tells the story. Well, Richard Dyer's passed away now, but Richard Dyer, the dealer, would tell the story. He'd go by the F&I office, and I was loading up my material in the F&I computer, and I was playing the Rocky theme song. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm from Philadelphia, right? That's my stuff there, man. I got
playing the Rocky theme song.
I've got Rocky on my iPod right here.
And I mean, it's Brandon Walker says we're both crooks. You know him?
Who is it?
Brandon Walker.
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know who Brandon Walker is. He says you and I are both crooks.
Are insufferable, miserable people. Well, you have the wrong salesperson. That's what it is. I can change your whole conception of the salesperson in just one meeting. So.
Oh, really? Brandon Walker. Interesting.
I don't know who he is.
I don't know who Brandon Walker is. I've never heard of him before. I mean, probably won't either. Just interesting. Never heard of a Brandon Walker.
Probably another hater. Okay. I love him.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Oh. Well, he doesn't come up quickly on my Facebook.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They're usually trolls anymore. It's all good. No worries.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Car salesmen are insufferable, miserable people. I'm sorry you feel that way, Brandon.
Yeah.
Show
me on this dial where the bad salesman hurt you. There you go, Brandon.
Yeah.
I'll show me where the bad salesperson.
Oh, golly. I can't find it right now. Anyway, guy, we have been 1 hour and 5 minutes. We are just cooking. Look at this.
Rocking.
I've got your number up on the screen if anybody wants to text you or Brandon wants to call you and hate on you. Yeah.
Hey,
It's
yeah,
definitely.
exactly. Go ahead. You could text, call. You can hate on me all day. I'm good. I was built for this. I grew up in a neighborhood where we would go sit in the woods with a case of beer, with around a little fire, and all we would do is break stones all day. Like it was nonstop. Everything you could possibly imagine. So I was built for this. It doesn't bother me one iota. I'm not thin-skinned, and I can give it out way better than anybody else can. I just choose not to in a social setting.
Nah, I mean, I got no time for that. You know,
I make some time for it. I like to have fun sometimes. It's all good.
yeah. How do you make F&I so smooth? Says Jonathan Joseph Greasy.
Why do you make it
You
so?
know,
Why do you make it so difficult? Is my question to them.
yeah,
Right? Customer came
yeah.
in, they know what they want to buy. Unless they have credit issues, insurance issues, it should be a smooth process, right? I believe in all the products that we sell, so I can pitch and
Hmm.
sell everything that I sell. Anytime I purchase a car, I buy everything that I believe in: tire and wheel, protect my rims, warranty, extend a warranty on my car, the clear coat shield on the outside, so the bird dropping and tree sap where I park don't destroy my paint. So when I buy all these products, I actually believe in them, right? I can give them the information before they ever get into F&I, so they know what they're going in for. They know how they're going to be fully protected on their vehicle. So it's not this, man behind the curtain back here that we're taking you to see. We actually care about you, and we're going to give you all the information and all the products that are available to you to make sure you're fully protected. F&I is just paperwork. Like I don't get what everything is so difficult. Why we make everybody so important at the dealership that their time's more valuable than the client's time is. We are unselfish with our time. We put it out there and we try to make sure we respect everybody else's intelligence and their time.
Hmm.
Right? That's all anybody wants is somebody to respect their intelligence and their time. And that's what we do. Why does a customer have to sit in a showroom for an hour just to get paperwork ready? There's only really 8 or 9 pieces of paper. I'm looking at them all right here. If you're a pecker on the keyboard, it takes you a couple extra minutes. I get it if you can't actually type, but everything else is automated and pushed over. I don't get what takes so long. We input the customer's information to a bank, put in the car information, boom, they give us an approval. We print up everything. We go over all our product. We make sure they're happy.
Yeah.
We get a picture behind us when we're done. Make sure we show them the dealership, went over all the service stuff that we need to, make it an enjoyable experience throughout. And then it's not an insufferable experience, right? It's a great
Oh
experience.
no, it's a great experience. Well, we've got 30 shares on this broadcast already. 30 people have shared this broadcast already. So
It's awesome.
I think we're gonna be seeing quite a bit of replays.
I'll get,
Like
I'll
I
get,
say,
I'll get my people to share it out for us too. If you're on here, you're my friend, I'm going to check if you shared this. Share this out. This is fun. This is other
yeah.
things that people should be knowing. Share it in all the groups. I'm going to go through and check the shares. So if you're on here and you're my friend and you ask me for anything, car show ticket, gas, air,
Yeah,
my
don't ask for anything.
better share it out. Don't ask again. No, I'm just kidding. But share it out for us. That's the fun stuff, right? This is simple ways that you can help your friends, right? If you see them doing something, don't make fun of them. Don't say, listen, how your live sucked the other day. You were mumbling, bumbling. Well, maybe it's that salesperson's first time. If you're in the dealership with that person, lift them up. Say, listen, man, I shared it. That was awesome what you did. Share it out for them. That's the thing that people say it all the time. How can I help? Well, how can I help? Share. Just share this out. That can help me out immensely. It can help a salesperson that just gets this and be like, man, I never even thought of something like that. Or this guy has a different, view on how he's doing business. And guess what? It works. It's crazy, but it works.
Absolutely. We got such really great people that have tuned into this broadcast so far. I can't wait to get it on LinkedIn and some of the other avenues that I've got to, social people. Well, listen, big guy. Well, you and I have been on for an hour and 10 minutes, and we could go on forever and ever. This has been fun.
It was enjoyable. I was so excited when you reached out to me the other day. I'm like, yeah, my ready to go.
Well, sometime I'll have to get to Philadelphia and just visit with you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Well, listen, I'm going to end the broadcast. Speak well of me. Have a great life. Frank Crinitti, his phone number
Phone number's
is all over the sidebar.
3, 6, 8, 9,000. If you're a high achiever and you're tired of being the average high achiever and you want to figure out what it takes to get to those next levels into the 40s to 50s to scale to great heights, just tag your name in here. I just want to send you some information, please.
Now,
So,
you know the Zieglerism about average.
go ahead.
Average is the exact point where suck starts.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And to me, it's you know, what I'm doing right now is the floor. It's not the ceiling. So, you know,
when you are average, you are the leader of the sucks.
People say to me all the time, like, hey, what do you average? I say, I don't average anything. It's a big
average is the leader of the sucks. I was in a 20 group one time, and the dealer kept saying, why don't you own a dealership? And I said, well, he said, I'm average in a group. I said, well, average is the exact point where suck starts. Why would I want to do that?
Right. I'm good. I own a dealership. I get the CEO of Frank Cornetti Honda every single day. I treat this like it's my own dealership. You know, I take care of the customers like it's my own dealership. I don't have to pay all the employees. I don't have to pay all the taxes. I don't have to worry about the inventory. I just show up and be me every single day. I'd have it no other way.
Well, listen, Dawn Farrell, well, you got a lot of people here. Oh man, this is incredible. This has been a great broadcast. Stick around after we get off. I'm gonna end the broadcast. Thank you for showing up.
Hey, listen,